Wow. Glad everyone's having so much fun. Happy New Year. Good to see you. I have nothing to start with. We'll go to questions.
Are you in favor of a UN investigation of the Perino killing?
Well, the Pakistanis have just made a decision to ask the Scotland Yard to get involved, and we think that that's appropriate. We welcome that. They have expertise in the area of investigations of this sort, and what's most important is that they proceed quickly and in a transparent and comprehensive way so that the people of Pakistan can get the answers that they deserve.
Why did Pakistan not ask the United States for help when you've been saying you stand ready to help if asked?
I'll decline to go into any details about discussions that were underway. What I can say is that we certainly support Scotland Yard being involved, and we think that they'll do an excellent job. As to our aid to Pakistan, we certainly have reviewed that you know that's been going on at the State Department. Pakistan has been an important ally in the global war on terror, and it will remain so. There are many challenges in regards to terrorism in that area, and so we're going to have to continue to work with them.
Follow on the investigation, does the U.S. have any role? Is it offering help to Scotland Yard at all?
Well, I don't know if Scotland Yard has asked us for any help. Obviously, this has just been announced in the past hour or two. We can provide updates, but as of now, I think Scotland Yard is in the lead, and we'll leave it at that.
Today you said that about Scotland Yard, we think they'll do an excellent job. For the past week or so, it's been impossible to get anyone from the White House to say that the U.S. has confidence in the Musharraf government carrying out an investigation. Given your comments on Scotland Yard, why shouldn't we assume that it's a pretty serious rebuke to the government in Islamabad?
Well, I think that it was the Pakistani government that decided to ask Scotland Yard for its help, and we think that was appropriate, and we welcome that decision.
Just to follow on this point, though, the Bush administration pushed heavily for an international investigation into the assassination of former Prime Minister Hariri in Lebanon, but is not doing so in the case of Benazir Bhutto's assassination, and I wonder what criteria are guiding these very different decisions.
Well, James, just now, just a couple of hours ago, President Musharraf announced that he had asked Prime Minister Gordon Brown for help, that Scotland Yard would be participating and leading the investigation. We support that decision, and we think it was the right one.
But what I'm asking is why the administration is not pushing for an international tribunal of the sort it did push very heavily for in the case of Rafiq Hariri.
I think that Scotland Yard being in the lead in this investigation is appropriate and necessary, and we don't see a need for an investigation beyond that at this time.
In Pakistan, I was intimated in a column recently by Robert Novak that given the fact that the State Department and the U.S. had been instrumental in trying to pull together an agreement between Musharraf and Mrs. Bhutto, that it should have had the responsibility also for some of the security, either did or should have had such a responsibility and therefore dropped the ball. Does the White House feel that there is any basis for these accusations?
I've read that column. I don't know enough about all the arrangements that were in place, and so I'd refer you to the State Department for more.
From what Secretary Rice reported to him this morning, does the President feel that free and fair elections are possible in Pakistan on February 18th?
I did not talk to the President after that briefing, but I don't have any indication that he heard otherwise. So we can check and see if there's anything more to add.